Hey guys, Carmine Bianco of WagerTalk.com. We are doing some knockout stage previews now. This is the part two of a four-part video. First video we covered the Uruguay, Portugal, and France, Argentina games. We'll now look at switch over to Sunday. Croatia takes on Denmark, and you have Spain taking on the host nation, Russia. We'll start with the Croatia-Denmark game. Croatia are small favorite here after breezing through the group stages, winning all three games and taking the group as we had predicted in our group preview, where you could have gotten Croatia at plus 230, I believe it was, to win the group over Argentina. Also, Croatia was our dark horse wager coming into this tournament at 40 to 1. So if we can get through the first round and maybe the second round of the knockout stages and into the semifinals, it obviously brings up some hedging opportunities with a 40 to 1 wager if you played it, if you choose to do so. They're currently minus 111 on the three-way line. The draw has taken some money over the last couple days at plus 227, and you can get Denmark at just north of plus 350. This on the three-way line, obviously. Three-way lines are always settled at your sports book after 90 minutes and injury time. But this is another game that's going to be tight throughout. The total in this game is 2, and the 2 is shaded to the under, so they're expecting a very tight game. Denmark has played that type of football throughout this tournament. They played France, obviously, to the first and I believe only nil-nil draw of this World Cup so far, but that was more of a result that benefited both teams. With a nil-nil draw on match day 3, France clinched top spot in the group, and Denmark got the needed point to finish second in the group and obviously advance. So both teams did sit a few players, but for the most part, it wasn't a great one if you're a fan of soccer. Anyways, this should going to be a tight one throughout, but this Croatia team, regardless of where this total sits and regardless of how tight Denmark plays, they're just having one hell of a tournament so far. I can't see them going out in the first round of the knockout stages, and although Denmark is going to prove they're going to be tough to break down, I think Croatia will actually do it. Scoreline wise, I think it's too tough to predict, but for these previews, I'm doing a 2 advance only, not the actual game itself. So I'm not going to give out a totals play on an over or under. I'm not going to tell you to take one side or another or a draw. I'm just going to tell you who I think is going to advance, and in this case, it's Croatia. So Croatia is about minus 230 to 240, somewhere around there as of this morning. And I do believe that they will advance and they'll take on the winners of the second game, which we will preview right now. That is Spain and host nation Russia. Now, Spain won their group. They did finish tied with Portugal in that group, but due to the fair play rules and yellow cards, they took that top spot in the group, and they get Russia. Russia obviously finished second in the group. It was an easier group than any of the other groups. I think we saw Uruguay obviously is a top South American team, but with Egypt and Saudi Arabia, those two teams completely disappointed, and Russia did sort of run roughshod over them. But when they met this Uruguay team on match day 3, obviously they had trouble, lost 3-0, and it's something similar, facing a top European team now in Spain. Spain is a 1-goal favorite going into the game. It's, I believe, -1, and you're getting plus money if you're laying the goal, about plus 110. The over/under is sitting at about 2.5. The game likely plays out similar to what's the Uruguay game. Russia will try and play some defensive soccer, but they are a team that likes to move the ball forward, and that sort of plays into the hands of the Spanish team. Now, Spain haven't impressed, but again, a lot of the very good teams build throughout the tournament. So you can expect a different performance now in the knockout stages from the Spanish team that is loaded with some stars. and it's just a matter of of getting that breakthrough goal, getting on top first, and playing their game. They're about minus 330 to advance, so obviously they're higher priced, along with a couple of the other teams. But I just don't see how this. I think, Russia had a great group stage, but I think it's run its course with this team. I didn't think they were a very good team coming in, so I'm going to take Spain here to advance and set up a very interesting quarterfinal game with Croatia. We will be back later on with parts 3 and 4 of the knockout stages.